Hey everybody. Let me see if I can get some of these to mute. Is that better? Yeah. There. I set up, did half of my card, and then realized that I wasn't streaming at all. So I don't know where I was doing my card, but let me get back to showing you what it was that I was doing in them. That way I'll catch you up. Can you hear me now? You'll let me know you're here, okay? And say hey so I'll know that you can hear me. What I was just telling everybody, let's see, I hope I don't get it all mixed up, was that I wanted to make 2 cards today. I've got a birthday girl this weekend, and let me see if I can get it in so you'll see. Okay. So I made 2 birthday cards. They're both fancy folds, like this one. I love it. It's a gift card holder. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. And then this one opens up like that. I just think that's so pretty. And see, we're using the same paper on both of them. And then this one folds right into there. There. Let me see if I can get you straight. There. Ooh. All right, now what I did was I went to the Stampin' Up! Color combinations. They give you some color combinations to get you started if you're in a funk one day and want to, use some combinations you don't normally use. So I thought I was going to go to this one that says Mango Melody. So all 3 of these, they give you 3 different combinations. Mango Melody, Garden Green, and Flirty Flamingo. So that's what we're going to be using on both of the cards that we're making tonight. Now, we're also using the Perfectly Penciled Designer Series paper. We used this one day last week, and I just think it's so beautiful because they're all black and white on both sides, and you can manipulate the color any way that you want to, or leave it black and white. But we're not going to leave it black and white. Can you see that? There. So it's really pretty. Anyway, so that's what we're doing tonight, just to let you know. We're also using 2 very pretty stamp sets. One that says Bird Wishes. This is the Garden Birdhouse, and we're going to use some of the little flowers and birds. And then this one is Friends Are Just Like Seashells. Happy birthday to a beautiful friend. That's because I've got a birthday friend having our birthday this weekend. So we're going to use that stamp set. And this is one of them. Isn't that pretty? Using Mango Melody, Garden Green, and then the Flirty Flamingo. And then you put the little gift card in there. Eve, if you're watching, close your eyes. One of these may be yours. Isn't that pretty? There's the little bird and the flowers. And this is still using that black and white, but do you see what I did? I used our blending brushes to add some color to it. So the other thing we're using is our 21 to 23 in color opal rounds. They are so pretty and go so well with these because they have the dark green, the petal papaya, the pink, just some really pretty colors to go with it. Anyway, all right, so why don't we continue on with the card. Let me tell you what I did. I've already cut out Mango Melody, which is 5 1/4 by 4 1/8. No, 4 1/4. We want it standard size, so it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/8, and that's all we have there. This, which is gonna mat onto that, is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Does that make sense? So we're going to color this in first. Then we needed a piece of 1 inch by 4, I think. 1 inch by, yes, by 4 inch piece. So we're going to color both of these in. And then the back, we're going to use another, the back of this. We're going to cut 2 more pieces because they go in here and right here. Isn't that pretty? All right, so that's where I was cutting all this out. Okay, let me get this back out again. So with this, we are going to need 4 by 2 3/4. 4 by 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 is going to go this way. And 4 1/8 by 2 7/8. 2 7/8. This is going to go in the front. Yes. And this one was 2 3/4. Let me make sure. Yep. By 4. Okay. Inside, outside. Think of it that way. So put those away. Is that, no, then we need white. Okay, we need white. That's going to be 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. We're going to score it at 3 6. Say hello if you're here, so I'll know that I'm not talking to myself. We just had a bit of rain run through here, and that was nice. We needed it. Okay. And fold both of those in. Okay. This is going to go on the outside, and this is going to go on the inside. Now, what I did was I used my markers, Garden Green, Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I took the Flirty Flamingo and just went around And that's the other thing that I like about this black and white is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Just go in and start coloring. And then the black kind of hides it. And it gives it a very vibrant look, doesn't it? Makes it pop out. So the ones that look like this, I did in Flirty Flamingo. Nobody's here yet? Aw. You're probably wondering where I was. I don't know either. My husband's like, I don't see you. I said, you don't see me? Uh-oh. Okay, then these, the little round ones are going to be in Mango Melody. Doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see. Anybody here? Hello? Okay. That looks about right. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now our markers are water-based, so as soon as you color, they dry, so you don't have to worry about drying. That's really cool. Unlike our alcohol markers, they dry pretty fast too because of the alcohol, but because of the alcohol you get to move that ink around, that color around some. With water-based, you don't. Wherever you put it is where it's going to be and what it's going to be. Can't move it or shade it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, that's pretty too, isn't it? I guess I could just use that. But I want to add this green in. Okay, so I'm going to just start here. You see how fast it goes? It's really fast. Doesn't have to be perfect again. It's the other thing I like about it. Do you see how I'm leaving a little bit of white? That's fine. It almost gives it a little bit of highlight to it. That's why I'm not worried about it. Okay. All right, we're doing good. We have been watering our azaleas. We planted them this spring, and they did so good. We were so happy, and we thought, okay, they're pretty established by now. Well, we left and went to Florida to play basketball with the Senior Olympics and came back and didn't realize it had been hot, hot, and hot. Had not rained while we were gone. Ooh, look how pretty that turned out. Now I could just leave it like this and leave that pop of color in there. So either way you want to do it, I'm going to go ahead and add the green just because I'm going to be using green later on. So we think we've lost several azaleas, but hopefully we redid our garden is what we did, and now we're paying for it if we lose them because we spent a ton of money. And they were beautiful. They were worth every cent this spring. When they're the kind that are gonna bloom like 3 times a year. So I can't wait. They're red, white. There you go. Whoop, nope, I'm still working. There. Okay, I like it. Alright, now let me see if I can figure out which one goes where. The smaller one goes there, so this one goes in the middle. There. Okay. And it opens. Well, we're going to be closing that, but before we can close it, I want to cut a small hole, circle. There. A little notch in it. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So what I'm going to do is you only want to add the glue on the 2 sides. Okay. While that's drying, let's go ahead and start on these 2. Now I did the exact same thing, just used our markers. No, I used my, hold on one second, let me get my blends. Yep, here they are. I brought them over here. Okay, so I got my Flirty Flamingo and my Mango Melody. Now, what is so cool about this pattern paper is Stampin' Up! Has already put the shadows in there for us. Can you see them? Down in the middle and around. Some of them's on the bottom. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use my dark to go in where they have put the shadows for me. And this could be like, so this is one stem. You don't, the thing with the alcohol markers is that, again, you know, what's so cool about them is that you can move it and shade it. But it'll dry too, and it'll dry pretty fast, so you don't want to go too far. Like I wouldn't do this whole sheet of paper and then go back and try to shade. You want to, can you see? You want to be able to move that around the dark areas so that it's shaded in. Alright, so you just go around the, I was going to say go around the room. Alright, so we're going to do another one over here. Do you see how they have those little areas already shaded? And we're going to do, you just follow the shading. They make it so easy for us, especially people like me that are so not, you know, artistic. They're very pretty. And I may put this one. And then the rest I think I'm going to make pink. Pink, pink, pink. There. Very pretty. Alright, now let's do the exact same thing. Well, let's go ahead and do one, at least one of these. Let's do this big one. And then maybe one more. So I'm peeking out over here. There. Okay, now the brush should be the pink. Okay, we start with our dark. Follow in wherever Stampin' Up says to do it. And then just shade in with our light pink. Now, one of the things that I want to make sure you know is that when you use your alcohol markers, you need to just lightly push on them. You don't have to do it real dark, real heavy, because that messes up your, you want it to be sharp. See how sharp that is? You want it to be real sharp. So you have to keep it from being pushed on real hard. It messes up the brushes, and then you can't shade as well. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's start on some of these. Alright, again, with the dark, you shade where Stampin' Up has done it. And you can do a couple of flowers at the same time, but you don't want to go, you know, more after 3. Because then you, and see what I'm doing is moving that dark line with alcohol markers. That's how, see that dark line right there? When you go back with your light, You're moving it around so it won't look like a line. It blurs it for you. See how pretty pink that is? Okay, you just work your way around the card, adding in the dark as you go. Again, you just want to go where Stampin' Up! Has been. It's just that easy. Very pretty. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to make this one yellow. So I'm going to go back. These two colors are really pretty together, don't you think? Okay. This one's going to be yellow, and then we'll kind of decide what we need to do with those once they're kind of done. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Let's see. You think that needs to be yellow? Maybe we'll make that one Mango Melody too. Just because the pink's right there. And then we'll make these pink over here. Okay, move those. Okay, dark. Anybody here? Hello? Look how pretty that turned out. I love it. There was one more flower. There it is. I'm going to make this one yellow. Let's see how pink that is. Yay! Hey, Naomi. I was hoping you would come. There. Whew. Those turned out good, didn't it? All right. So now what we're going to do is put this on. Now, do you see where it bled through? This is where it bled through. That's one of the things that you need to know about alcohol markers, is that it will go through your paper. So you don't want to be doing it on your best tablecloth. You want to make sure it's on a piece of paper underneath it. Okay. Now we can put this on. Let's go ahead and put our ribbon, because I like to, I'll turn it all which ways while I'm doing it. Naomi, are your children out of school? There we go. I think I still saw a school bus. I don't know if it was today, but it seemed like it was like still, like they were still in school. Okay. So what they'll do is flip it up, and then we'll put this right here. Some schools have year-round schools, so Naomi, do y'all have year-round school, or are they out for the summer? Now this way we can manipulate it to be right where we want it to be. I'm going to pull our ribbon around just a little bit. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to take a piece of white. And we're going to stamp on it with our garden green. Isn't that what I used? Yep. You see, just tap. You don't mash, you tap. And then straight down and up. I'm using a new punch. I just got it and I just love it. It's called the Lasting Label Punch. Isn't it pretty? So you want to figure out where you want your saying. I want it right in the middle. So I'm going to line it up, and hopefully it's going to be straight. Yep, happy birthday to my beautiful friend. And I'm going to use this punch a lot, I can tell already. I'm going to use some dimensionals. Thank you, Naomi. Do you make cards or paper craft? I bet you do. Oh, let's see. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. And then put my label on. Look how pretty that is. Huh. All right. Let's go ahead and put our bling on. Let's see, I put a small green right here. And then look, pale papaya would go really good right there. And the polished pink. What, don't they go good with this? Now remember, you have to put it in odd numbers. So I'm just going to put 3 on this time. Our 3 colors. Can you see? Yeah. That was easy, wasn't it? All right. Namely, I have a friend that's going to have a birthday this weekend, so I'm going to make her one of these cards. This is the next one, but I'm going to change it up, I've decided. Instead of using the Flirty Flamingo, I think I'm going to use white and then add the colors in. What do you think of that? So our cardstock, wait a minute, is this 8.5 by 11? I mean 8.5. Nope, definitely not. That's what I thought. Okay, let me run get a piece of white paper. I thought I had it, but must have left it over there. Okay. All right, we're going to make this 4 1/4. And we're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay. I'm going to get out my die cutting machine. And on one end, let's see, on one end we're going to cut out a little scallop. Let me show you. You see how that's scalloped? That's what we're going to do with this. You don't see it as much on white, but that's what we're going to do. And you kind of want it as straight across as it can be. I'm going to use this Post-it note tape to hold it in place. There. And run it through. Now that it always makes that noise, so don't worry. There, look how pretty that is. Alright, while I have it out, I need to make a circle out of my Mango Melody. This time you don't need that. Okay. There. I have this little magnetic tray that I use to hold all my dies in so I don't lose them. Okay, so this is going to be for later. There. All right. The other thing that we need to do is to go ahead and cut a piece of this. And it's going to be 4.5, 4 1/4 by 4. Now, when you go to cut 12 by 12, I always think of it as, you know, how do I cut it in sections that, you know, can equal 12, like 4 inch, 4 inch, 4 inch, or 3 inch, 3, 3, 3. So instead of doing 4 1/4 this way, I'm going to do 4 inches this way. When I can, I like to do it that way so that you know, your paper ends up. So that one's 4. Now we need 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Yeah. Alright, so for the 4 inch, which was this way, we're going to score it at 2 inches. And that is so that we can fold it. Let me see, fold it this way. That should fit in there. Yep. Good. Now I'm going to round these corners off. Now, you know, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this corner rounder anymore. But we can use one, you know, of anyone now that we have. And what I'm going to do is this one I'm going to color in with my blender blends. I think. I must have left my blends over there. Let me go get it. No, I didn't. Here it is. Okay. I want to make sure that the colors that are left on don't show up. I'm going to do this one. I use the Mango Melody, but I think I'm going to try the Fleur de Flamingo this time. Now I'm going to do it on the side that has the cornered. Naomi, do you make cards? Let's see. I think I'm going to like that better. So you fold it in half, and then we're going to put that like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. What do you think? Kind of doing it the opposite of the way we did it before. And still use the green the way we have it. All right. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and put this on. And we put it on the back side. Like that. See it? You line it up. There. Okay. Now, we can go ahead and put the happy birthday on there. Again, tap, tap, tap. You don't mash. Very nice. Okay. Gotta clean my stamp. There. Now we're going to go ahead and put the flower. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And then a couple of tufts of the grass. That was more than a couple, wasn't it? Okay. Now we're going to put some birds. One, I'm going to say right here. And what's nice about the see-through kind is that you can see right where you're putting your bird. Okay, here we go again. Just tap, 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 and I'm going to put this one on top of that flower, kind of looking down. There. Oh, I think that's it. No, not. We're going to put some on the inside, sorry. So, almost forgot that. Okay, here we go. And keep sticking my thumb in the ink. Why am I doing that? Okay. Tap, tap. Just a little on each side. And then a bird. There. Isn't that pretty? Okay. There. I already cleaned that one. Better clean it again. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some dimensionals, but we're only going to put it down at the bottom. To close this cord. And that holds our card shut. And then we can open it. What is that? Open it, and there you go. What do you think of using all three of those colors? Really different, huh? I'm going to use our little bling again. And put one here. Some up here. So I put 3, so I'm going to put 2 more. The green, the pink, and the yellow. To kind of go with our colors. A little bit different, isn't it? Which one do you like the best? The pink base or the white base? They're both pretty now that I've seen them, I think. And open them up. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Very easy and fun. Not too hard. This is a punch a wow in there with a little card holder. But I like it, and I really like this new punch of ours. What do you think? I'm so glad you're here, Naomi. You always put a smile on my face. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Now, remember, next week, next Thursday, we have our third and last in... Wait a minute. We may have already started our... next week may be our first in the series. Let me look. Okay. No. It's tomorrow is the last of our 3-part series. I thought it was coming up, Sympathy. So I have one more class in that tomorrow. So make sure you come back for that class. I'll have another ordering special for you. But look, let me show you what I've got that I'm going to give away. I had to start on my cleaning out of my Stampin' Up! Retired product and found 3 of these Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to give 3 of them away. I'm going to give everybody a week to share. So if you're watching, and go ahead and share the video, and then I'm going to draw names. And and draw 3 names for one of these rhinestones. So what you're going to do is you're going to share, and then in the comments below put share, so I'll know that you shared it. And then next week when I come back, I'll let you know who won these. I'll need you to send me your email, your address, so I'll be able to send this to you. Now, if you don't send me your address, I won't know. So I'll need you to send me that, and then I'll send this right out to you next week. All right, everybody, this is the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. So beautiful, and I hated to see that paper did not carry over, but the Waves of Inspiration did, and the dies, so that's going to be good that we can at least still use those. But we're going to miss these rhinestones, and I'm going to give them away to 3 people who share. But you've got to put it in the comment section that you shared it. Okay? All right, everybody. Well, I hope y'all have a good week. Naomi, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much. I appreciate you stopping by every week. And I hope you have a good week. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's when my next class is going to be. If not, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. See y'all then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.